guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we're supposed to be talking about Konami's skill rebalancing. Usually they release a ban list too, sometime after the KC Cup, that along with some skill rebalancing, and they've done the same. They have changed some skills. It doesn't really seem to try to do much to the meta. They're trying to make bad things stronger. The one thing they did try to nerf is One Card Wonder. Now this skill has already been nerfed once before. It used to be a really good burn deck when Lava Golem was still pretty good and things like that. Now Konami nerfed it to where you could only use dark monsters, as you can see right here in this top right corner. I have a One Card Wonder deck that uses all dark monsters. It just stalls, it slows you down, it doesn't have a true blue win con, so it's just a disgusting deck Konami really doesn't want to play with. So they are gonna make One Card Wonder even more restrictive, so you're only using it in Infernity decks. And it's like, I've tried to use One Card Wonder in Infernity decks right when Infernity was new, right when the skill was new. I was trying to make it viable in Infernity. It wasn't really, so Konami, that's on you. But anyway, they're also buffing some other skills. You're getting on my nerves. It's for Water Xyz with Shark, I believe. Increase the attack of one Water Xyz monster by 500 until the end turn. Can also be used if your opponent controls a monster 2500 more attack once per turn, twice per duel. Magician Girls. The attack of Magician Girl monsters you control is increased by 300 for each Magician Girl monster you control. I'm not sure how that was much different. Maybe they needed a different name. Something like that. Don't think it's gonna be too crazy. Extra Pain. When you deal battle damage to your opponent, deal an additional 100 damage. These skills will not activate if your opponent has 1000 life points or less. I don't even remember Extra Pain. Who has that? Is that a Ubel thing? I'm not really sure. Extra Pain, huh. Yeah, it still doesn't sound too crazy adding an extra 100. It's not really gonna tip any OTKs or anything like that. Okay, and finally, One Card Wonder. Your normal draws 2. Skill can only be used if you have a deck that contains no cards other than the following Infernity cards, cards that include Infernity in the text. So they literally just made it so it has to be pure Infernity. So here, we're gonna give you just one last run of our One Card Wonder. And yeah, it has no win con. I've snuck in a little Mystic Tomato and Clammy combination with our boy Evil Swarm Harvslig. That's a pretty jumbled word there. But yeah, they make for some Chimera Felicia to get a little more damage pumped on your opponent, and you could trickle away at them with Burning Land and Goblin Thief. So, you know, people weren't really running away with this skill, Konami. If you want it to be used by Infernity, don't make it more restrictive. Make it better for Infernity. Make it do more just for Infernity, and then people will use it. But the Konami's way off base with these changes. They didn't change anything for meta. It makes me very curious as to what the ban list is actually going to be like. I have no clue what it could be like. I don't know if they're going to hit Harpies already. I don't know if Automat is going to be hit more. The way they showed the decks at the KC Cup was a joke, so who really knows? Let's just say goodbye to One Card Wonder for now, and it'll be an Infernally only thing. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Blue Eyes, going second, showing One Card Wonder, Ultimate Dragons. He's gonna start by saging a Stone of Ancient, bringing out a Blue Eyes in his main phase and a Blue Eyes in his end phase. But first he's gonna use that Cosmo Brain also. So he's got a pretty stacked field there of big monsters. We're just one little Karibo, but obviously we get 3 cards as we start, and we pull a Clammy. We use Clammy with our Evil Swarm. That's gonna be Chimera Felicia. Now we swing into a Blue Eyes, hit him for a bit of damage, and continue on. He's going to set a back row, add a Blue Eyes to his hand. He's got a Cosmo Brain, his own Cosmo Brain. Bring out another Blue Eyes. Truly a brain play. Now he gets rid of those two. He's going with Twin Burst, but it will cost him a pretty penny of life points to banish my Chimera Felicia. It's down to 1,000, guys. We do have some spells that attack life points, so it's only a matter of time. He's going to Deep Grave his Spirit of White, which will bring it back in his next standby phase. He's going to try to banish one of our spell cards. Luckily, he aims for the Book of Moon. We don't really need that Book of Moon. We're going to flip his Spirit of White face down. Can't pop it out for a Blue Eyes because we need to have a monster in order for him to do that. We block his Twin Burst with one Karibo. We still have an impenetrable attack. Now we have a Hallowed Life Barrier with a live Clammy. He's only got 1,000 life points, guys. If we could have got a monster there, we may have been able to sneak a lethal. We're going to use an impenetrable attack for this one. No damage from our boy. And the wait continues until we get a means to stop him. So we get Sphere Boys. I was going to try another Clammy play. He hits us with a Karma Cut. No huge problem. We still have 2 Sphere Boys and a Hallowed Life Barrier. He's going with Spirit Dragon and a Twin Burst, so we'll go with Hallowed Life Barrier. Only costs us 1 Karibo. Get a Book of Moon and another Hallowed Life Barrier. So, probably the stalliest stall card of all Duel Links. It protects a monster, makes you take no damage, it's chainable, you use it whenever you want, all that great stuff. It just discards. So here we go, guys, exactly 1,000 damage. We hit him with our Goblin Thief, and then we have our Burning Land, which will hit him in his own standby phase. So it took a bit of time, but we finally got to our win cons. It took 2 Chimera Felicias and a couple of spell effect damage effects. Great stuff. Alright, here we are facing a Yuma. Let's see what our boys got for us. We are obviously going second. Going second is fantastic with this kind of deck, because then you have plenty of cards in your hand. Here are boys using Shooting Star Road. We're using 1 card Wonder. Let's see what he's got for us. Starts with the Junk Synchron, nice and simple. He's gonna do all the different special summons he needs till eventually he can get out his Shooting Star Dragon, or pretty much his Shooting Star Dragon. He's going into a Sword Saga of a level 5. Junk Converter's gonna special summon. So, this guy actually has a pretty clever idea. So, he goes with the level 5 zombie because it doesn't have to be Junk Warrior, it's just a level 5. So he's going with the level 5 zombie. That way he has put, I can't think of it. Spectral Sword. He's put Shirnui Spectral Sword. That way, with Spectral Sword in the grave and that zombie in the grave, you can actually do those zombie synchros. Not a huge difference to the deck. It's those little tiny quality of life things that you're gonna see in things like Resonators and Shooting Stars, and even New Gaia. So here he's gonna Hate Your Nade. We don't need that anyway. He reveals the Spectral Sword he has in there. There's a lot of attack modifiers and goofy stuff like that on top of it too. Anyway, now he's got a backup rider, not a huge deal. We're gonna return him right to the extra deck because that's what our Evil Swarm does. And now he's stuck there. Of course we're drawing 2. We even had a Goblin Thief. Our opponent's not gonna play the long game and wait for us. He wants an immediate scoop because he's probably built that deck just for that YOLO swing he did there with that. I thought he had it with that Hate Your Name. But obviously this deck has too many cheesy tricks. Cancer will never die. There's always gonna be cancer in Duel Links. As long as people hold spite in their hearts, they will find ways to make you suffer during the duel. It's just gonna happen. That's just how the world works. So Konami can nerf these skills all they want. Doesn't mean we're gonna use it on Fernities. Doesn't mean cancer's going away. So do your worst, Konami, and thanks for watching, guys.